What's going on, guys? Welcome to the New York Minute Sports Show live edition. That's right, we're going live right now. I tried to set up on MLB The Show the updated rosters with the Home Run Derby, and guess what happened? It doesn't allow me to live stream on Twitch MLB The Show. So I don't know what that's all about. So I was going to give you a little bit of a video game thing to go with it, but fuck me, right? Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Having a nice little laid back live stream. Going to enjoy the Home Run Derby tonight because we've been covering the Yankees all season long, and like anything else, it's every single night. So I was going to unplug from baseball. I wasn't going to watch the Derby. I wasn't going to watch the All-Star game. But I can't let my boy Ben Ariz, Ben Rice, Ben Thrice, Basmati Brown, and White, I can't let him just go to this Home Run Derby by himself. I got to be there and might as well cover it for the New York Nuts right here on New York Minute Sports Show. By the way, if you're here for the first time, welcome to the New York Minute Sports Show. It's New York sports for New York Nuts. I have a Yankees postgame show every single night right after the Yankees get off the diamond. I shoot the show and I put it out there for you, and I'm going to give you the truth about the Yankees, whether you like it or not, and that's what you can find at New York Minute Sports. But listen, this is a live stream, and as you can see in the comments below, if you guys have any hot takes or if you have any comments, put them in there. The super chats are going to get found out first. Those will stand out while I'm doing the show. And I'm going to try to get around to show you some kind of cast. ESPN doesn't have the Home Run Derby cast. It's on Netflix, so like usually you get that still frame of the diamond and the home runs going out. But I'm going to try to find something for you in the meantime. All right, so let me check out MLB The Show. Like I said before, I want to go on MLB The Show and do the Home Run Derby, which would be pretty cool. But they're not allowing me to go live on Twitch on MLB The Show, which is very interesting for the Home Run Derby. Let's see if and by the way, a lot of people are just putting up Home Run Derby, and it's just a broadcast of the game. And I'm trying not to get thrown off of online here, but we got people in the public. I don't have Netflix. Xfinity is not worth it. If the stuff is going to be on something else, you pay extra. Huh. You're welcome. Don't pay Netflix. What's going on, Joey? PBR, what's good, dude? Listen, I'm going to try to find something for us to actually. I can't play I can't play it. I'll get kicked off of ESPN in a second. And by the way, if the broadcast just knocks out, that means I played something that I probably shouldn't have, because I'm trying to dice between the lines tonight. But as far as the Home Run Derby is concerned, how do you guys feel about All-Star Weekend? Because I've said it before on this show, not a big fan of the All-Star game anymore. Not a big fan of the Home Run Derby because of the fact that social media, YouTube, and it's so funny. I heard Mike Francesa saying the same thing today. So I guess I age range to about a 68-year-old man who looks like a werewolf. But my point is that when I was a kid, I didn't know what Ozzie Smith looked like. I didn't know what Ozzie Smith looked like until I saw him on Channel 7 or Channel 4 on the All-Star game. I mean, my first recollection of baseball ever, my first memory is 1988 San Francisco Giants against the Oakland A's, and it was when the earthquake happened during the game. So that was my first recollection of baseball. But then as you're a kid, Brew, I grew up in the 90s. So the way that you followed a team was you got the newspaper out. If you didn't catch the game, you get the newspaper out and you start looking at the box scores. And then every day You got to go to the standings. And then at the end of the week on Fridays, they put the league leaders up there, which is great. Because, dude, you would have to wait 5 days to find out who's leading the American League in home runs. I know it sounds crazy. I didn't grow up in, like, Little House on the Prairie times, but I'm caught right in between the instant gratification of the internet now and the Pony Express dial-up internet. Man, I mean, before dial-up internet, I'm Atari, Commodore 64. That's how far I go back for video game consoles. But speaking of video game consoles, I was going to play MLB The Show, the Home Run Derby, and I had all the guys ready, and I set it all up, and then it's like it won't allow you to broadcast live, so fuck me, right? So let me know how you guys feel in the comments below about tonight's Home Run Derby and the All-Star game coming up and how you feel about the Yankees. Like I said, the Super Chats will stick out at the top, guys. I will see those, and I will share. Also, I'll go into detail if you have any specific questions about the New York Yankees, their first half, or where they're headed, or what you think we need at the All-Star break. I also want to let you guys know that I am going to be doing the New York Yankees report card show, okay? The Yankees don't play the Dodgers until Friday, so anywhere between Wednesday and Friday, I'm going to give every single player on the New York Yankees a grade. And like I've said before, it's just me here at New York Minute Sports. I'm my own producer, editor, and performer, and I have to do all the pre-prep work for the YouTube show. So it's going to take a lot with getting every guy's picture and having to deal with AI slop. But guess what? That's not your problem. That's my problem. But the big problem with having a goddamn home run derby on Netflix is that everyone should be able to see the home run derby in the All-Star game. If Major League Baseball is so preoccupied with spreading the game to the youth, with getting the word out about Major League Baseball, then you don't put it on Netflix. You don't put it behind a paywall. And I understand every single sport in the world now is behind a paywall. But, this is the Summer Classic. Things just changed, man. I mean, dude, I used to get, 51 games on WPIX. Channel 11. Just like you remember, if, not into the distant past, is that the Mets played on Channel 9, the Yankees played on Channel 11 when I grew up, and then they flip-flopped, after 2010, and they had, 54 games on local TV, and the day that the Yankees went to the MSG network, Madison Square Garden network, cost $41 a month to get the MSG network, and I went up to my dad, and I go, hey, Dad, can we get MSG? We got to see the Yanks. My dad looked at me like I had three heads. He's like, yeah, we don't pay for baseball in this house. What we do is we listen to games on the radio, and actually that's how I found up and listening and loving baseball on the radio. And by the way, I meant to mention this in the post-game shows, was Ricky Ricardo was doing the broadcast over the weekend with the Washington Nationals, man. And if you haven't heard him, he does the Spanish broadcast. He's the Eagles play-by-play guy on the AM. He is a Philadelphia guy. Saved John Sterling's life in a flood in Queens. That's another story for another time. But he does a great job on the AM. So if you ever see Ricky Ricardo's name, and it's not the guy from I Love Lucy for our older fans, but if you ever see Ricky Ricardo's name doing a game, turn off the TV, put on the radio, go outside, and have a good time, because the guy just brings life to the broadcast. And I think that's what is so important that John brought to the position, was a life. It was performance. And I hope I bring some of that to you on my New York Minute show. But, it is a performance. You're entertaining people on the radio because it is a dying medium. Now we got Wilson Contreras up to bat in the home run derby right now. And the first swing. So, I'm not going to go pitch by pitch. We'll just keep bullshitting. Already got a home run. Now, let's talk about the home run derby. The home run derby when I was a kid was awesome. Okay, you got Ken Griffey Jr., Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, all these guys, all these great names. And mind you, they got some good names in the home run derby now. But what do you feel? Do you feel that guys that aren't in the All-Star game should be at the home run derby? Is it kind of like the dunk contest in the NBA, where at one point they were hiring guys from the And One mixtape to come in and dunk? But it seems like it's lost some of its luster. And by having Netflix behind it and having all the pageantry, and you got Michael Buffer in the beginning, go yeah, doing the MC, and you have Will Ferrell. By the way, Will Ferrell, we got to talk about, bro. Stop promoting your show. If you notice, Will Ferrell's on the announce team tonight, and he's wearing that stupid visor. Is this a movie or a TV show coming out? Because I hope it's just a movie so nobody watches it and goes by the wayside. But at the same point, bro, he was advertising in Montauk with like a piece of cardboard around him. And I don't know about you. I've been a big fan of Will Ferrell in the past, but like, isn't it maybe time to wrap it up? I mean, like, you're 68, right? And now, and the whole comedians things never works. Having a comedian on the panel, it never works. Look at Bert Kreischer for the opening night. They had that alkie on a kayak doing Eskimo rolls, okay? And they never do it right. And I understand they're just starting off, and I get it, and they're trying to make these into events. I get it. It's great. But everybody should be able to see the home run derby. Like, it's all about the kids, man. It's like about me and my buddies watching we were outside playing baseball, and we'd missed the first quarter of the home run derby. Like, we loved watching it and playing it so much that, like, the home run derby, bro, you know how many times I did the batting stance of Ruben Sierra or, like, Julio Franco? Like, that was some of the best stuff in the streets, playing stickball, emulating somebody's batting stance. And the reason because of that was because I watched the home run derby. And like I said before, I went back in, wooden age times. In 95, we couldn't see these guys all the time. So I was getting to see Mark McGwire on the A's for the first time. I was getting to see these different guys, like Sammy Sosa, who I never got to see play. And that's why it seems like a little bit bigger than life. And now they've put it behind a paywall. Your family's got to pay for Netflix. And I understand that everyone's eventually got to pay for Netflix. I get it. But there is something about free baseball that is the best. All right, guys, so let's check in on the home run derby here. Wilson Contreras, they're going back to their old format, by the way. He has a finite amount of swings. So if it's a swing and it's not a home run, that's the swing. So now he's got 8 swings left. He has 8 home runs. Also, just like Yankee Stadium, the Phillies is a little bit of a fan box. It's a great stadium to hit home runs. Like you go out to a place like San Francisco or Petco. Also, my early dark horse to win the home run derby, I forgot. Listen, I told you I'm going to tell you the truth here at New York Minute. I'm not going with Ben Rice tonight. Hopefully he wins. But if I'm a betting man, and I didn't put any money on it, but if I'm a betting man, and I don't want to hear it if you lose, Murakami at plus 650 right now on FanDuel. I like that. Got a little juice. Plus 650 is a good number. Makes him kind of right in the middle of the pack. Gun to my head, I think Schwarber wins. But, Murakami's got that outside shot. He's the fastest to 250 home runs in Japanese baseball history. He broke Hideki Matsui's single-season home run record. Matsui's my favorite Yankee of all time. Derek Jeter, number 2, which is obvious. But, yeah, Matsui, he broke all of Matsui's record in the World Baseball Classic. All this guy did was mash. He's got a perfect swing, and especially those Japanese players. Like they even said with Ichiro back in the day, Ichiro could have hit a lot more home runs, but he's not designed like that. With that level swing, he could have done anything that he wanted. He said he could have hit more for more average and more home runs, and you actually saw him do that a little bit when Ichiro was wearing the Yankee pinstripes. He was trying to hit that short porch and right, and I think he even banged out about 10 home runs for the Yanks. I think it might have been like some of the most he ever had in his career. That being said, Murakami's got that nice level swing where you really don't have to put much effort in, and especially Contreras, by the way, is bombing balls. He's bombing them. But let's talk about Wilson Contreras and his attitude this year. That whole dust-up with Will Warren up in Boston, Contreras seems to have a big chip on his shoulder or an attitude problem. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much for joining us here on the live stream. I'm still trying to find an actual game cast for the home run derby. So let me see if I can find that. Game cast home run derby. All right, we got something here. Okay, cool. Let's see how this, let me put this out. Let me know if you guys can see this okay. I got a shitload of things open, so bear with me for a second. All right, cool. So there you have it. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit more. You can actually see the home runs where they're landing. Let's see how that looks on the main screen. There we go. We got a little pop here at New York Minute. A little media. A little media here at New York Minute Sports. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, yeah. Like I said, guys, I'm fucking juggling a million different plates here. Well, see, that's the thing. I was broadcasting during the NBA Finals, and I have multiple windows open, but you select it in the video processor, and I had the actual game broadcast and the audio up. Bro, the NBA got so far up my you-know-what. In about 2 seconds, I was broadcasting to nothing for about a half an hour until I knew I was bumped from it. And then they make you go to YouTube prison or the re-education camp, as I like to call it, where you take a course for 14 questions. And my channel got a strike for it's not up until August 28th. So they take that shit real seriously. So I'm doing my best not to get any strikes and to broadcast live for you guys. So Jordan Walker's up next for St. Louis. Contreras finished with 13 home runs, 13 points. Longest home run was 490 feet. Hardest hit was 115 miles an hour. Guy is bombing. The total distance of his home runs, 1.10 miles. Very interesting. If anybody can let me know real quick in the comments if you can hear any audio from the game, because I have the television and it's on my computer, so I want to make sure that the audio from the home run derby is not bleeding over. Just let me know in the comments below if you can. All right, St. Louis Cardinals, new upstart, Walker, big boy, can do some Van damage. First crack, home run, back. That's what I'm missing, is the good old boomer Chris Berman. That's what I'm missing. Back, gone. They should have hired him. I guess he still has a contract with ESPN. and he's 102 now, so I guess he's not going to do anything to screw that up. Walker's got, so you start off in the home run derby, you start with 20 swings. Every swing that's not a home run, you lose a swing. Walker, he's got 2 home runs, 17 swings left, and there's another bomb. Bro, this guy is effortlessly hitting bombs. And the St. Louis Cardinals, let me refresh this. And the St. Louis Cardinals, by the way, showing a little fight in the NL Central in a tough division, tougher than the National League. All right, cool. Thank you, Charger. I appreciate that, guys. Barely hear it. Perfect. Oh, that's why you can hear it on my microphone. Let me know in the comments below who you guys got a pick for the home run derby winner. And it's okay if you already picked somebody that went. Oh. Yo, Richie Ruggs with the $10 super chat. No questions. Doesn't even want me to break anything down. Just wants to give me a little bit of moolah just in case I got to take on Big Brother and Uncle Sam at the same time. Richie Ruggs, 6544. Much appreciated with the love showing towards the show, guys. I appreciate it very much. I don't know why it's not showing me. Richie, I'm trying to show your super chat $10 donation, and it won't allow me to show it. What is going on here? Like I said, guys, I will get better at this live broadcast stuff. Trust me. Yeah, Schwarber and Harper, I mean, they play in this stadium all the time, guys. So I can only imagine that they got the advantage over everybody. But like I said, Dark Horse Murakami, like it. So now Walker's got one swing left. He's up to 13 home runs. Starting to get a little tired, shaking his head here. Parents in the stands. Foul tips it. So Walker is going to finish with 13, guys. And then we got Gallione coming up next from the Kansas City Royals. Half their team was on Team Italy, I think. Yeah, have any of you guys ever been to Philly Stadium? I heard, and obviously the fans are crazy, but I heard it's a good stadium to watch baseball in. Heard it's a good town to take over during the NBA playoffs, too. Bing bong. Ben's coming up in two batters, guys. Ben's coming up in two batters. Richie Ruggs is going with Dumpa Giante. Who's that? Is that Sal Fasano's uncle? Richie Stadium. Momentum's on the field. Place to say. I can only imagine when they were doing the whole singing as they walked up to the plate during that postseason run. Man, that postseason run by the Phillies a couple years ago was, I mean, that was storybook. But it's a shame that they didn't win because I got to admit, at the end of the day, even though the Philly fans booed Santa Claus, they're better than Boston Red Sox fans. They'll let you walk in the outfield after the game. That's pretty cool. Richie Ruggs is saying that Philly is a cool place to go visit. Check it out. Also, if you guys want to talk about the Connor fight, be more than welcome in the chats. Like I said before, super chats get more and will get shown on the show, guys. They pop up on this app that I have. Like I said, I'm running a million different things. All right, here's the young Kansas City Royal. Caglione left a note on the door, said, honey, move out to the country. Oh, and working too hard can get you the Kansas City Royal. Here we go. Home run. 18 swings left. We got a left-hander. Do you guys, question to you guys, are you worried about Ben Rice being in this home run derby and messing up his swing? Let me know in the comments below. I do not like guys traditionally, especially with Ben Rice getting hot lately. I don't like them seeing go into the home run derby. Intercostal injuries, messing up your swing, calibration, timing, all that noise. And you remember Jazz Chisholm last year, and he was down and out for about 2 months after the home run derby. And even guys like this, Jack Caglione right now only has 1 home run, 14 swings left, been hitting ground balls. You know, some guys, they get into this and they're just not home run hitters. Like I was even saying to my buddy today, he goes, do you think Ben Rice is going to win the home run derby? And I go, you know what? Ben Rice is just a good hitter. Like, I don't see him as a home run guy like Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge became a really good hitter when he bumped that average up. But, like, Ben Rice is like, I see him as kind of like not a Roger Maris, but like a Lou Gehrig almost. Like how Lou Gehrig, he had a lot of home runs, but he wasn't really kind of like a home run hitter. He did everything. Doubles, like hit for power, hit for average. And that's when guys like that, like Ben Rice, how's it going to translate into the home run derby? Really cool story with Ben. His dad pitching to him tonight. That's great. But I love how Cam Schlittler is sitting out the All-Star game. Because your first duty comes to the New York Yankees, not for the All-Star game. Richie Ruggs, I thought that was a little pet name you had for him. Caglione just hit a 477-foot bomb. Like I said before, it's going to be a nice laid back, literally, live stream. You know, I really like Fenway also. Um, I went there, so I drove up there by myself 2 years ago. Full head, head to toe Yankee gear by myself. I rented a car. It took me 4.5 hours to get up there. Literally, people, and it wasn't even the traffic in Massachusetts. It was the traffic on 95 getting out of New York, where literally people were reversing on the on ramp to get to the service road to get around traffic. That's legitimately how bad it was. So I finally get up there. I get parking right outside the stadium. I give this guy like $20. The parking lot's full. And he's like, hey, I'm full. And I'm like, I put $20 out the window. And he's like, right there. Puts me right in front. So I get him $20 to pay for it. I get into the stadium, and this is the villain origin story of why I hate Carlos. Scrambled eggs in my brain, chips in my elbow. It used to be scrambled eggs. Now it's a full Western omelet rodon. Rodon is because I got up there by the time I get into the stadium. And also, you're walking on the street in Boston. Next thing you know, like, you're in the stadium. I walk past this brick wall. I'm in there. I'm like, I turn to somebody, go, is this the stadium? They go, yeah. I'm like, where is it? Where's the field? Yeah, I'm just surrounded by brick. It's like a brick mausoleum. Then I get in there. It's 5-0 Red Sox. Rodon's already given up 5 runs in the first inning. I'm like, oh, my God, the game's already fucking over. And not to mention, to compound things, to make my old ass really fucking heated, is the Red Sox are wearing those blue and yellow uniforms. I hate I hate when they're wearing that City Connect bullshit. Like when I go to the Red Sox game, man, I want to see the white jerseys from the Red Sox. I want to see that classic look, that matchup. It feels like they're not playing the Red Sox when they wear that yellow and blue bullshit. So I went up there. The Yankees lost 10-1. And ever since then, I've been paired up with Carlos Rodon. Every time I go to a game, it seems like Carlos Rodon is pitching. All right, here comes my dark horse, Murakami. 20 swings, got the country of Japan in his heart. Already, first swing, gone. I should have put $7,000 on this. Oh, now they say on the broadcast, by the way, after I just said that I should have bet $7,000 on it. They go, he hasn't done really well in the home run derbies over in. And Murakami, if you're betting for him, yeah, remember the Murakami sweepstakes, and then everybody bailed on him, and now he's killing it for the White Sox. Remember we heard that he couldn't hit a fastball over 93 miles an hour? Remember that nonsense? And then, I mean, he's effortlessly just sending these balls into the stands. His is just like a golf swing. Now, he shows up to the White Sox, man, and he starts leading major leagues in home runs. Now, there's a big conversation about the translation. I mean, literally the transition between Japanese baseball and American baseball, and it is kind of big, but most of it is culture, man. Most of it is getting these guys comfortable in their new setting, and that's why, if you notice, it worked out so quickly for Hideki Matsui and Masahiro Tanaka on the Yankees is because they had already visited New York multiple times, being from Japan and being, the epicenter of media, New York. They had spent a lot of time in Manhattan. And also, Tanaka's wife is a Korean pop star, I believe, or Japanese pop star. I just like saying K-pop. But she's bigger than he will ever be. And she was in New York all the time for concerts at MSG. So he was familiarized with going to New York. But I'll tell you this, man. It's killing me, the lack of Japanese presence on the New York Yankees. I really think that the Yankees are missing that. I want a nice little Japanese player. All these other teams are getting it. And we were the trendsetters in getting Japanese players. Remember the fat toad, Hideki Arabu? Bro, George Steinbrenner called Hideki Arabu a fat toad on the front of the New York Post. How times have changed. Yeah, quick. George Steinbrenner probably would have got canceled. I mean, rightfully so on some parts. Martin Schott, who owned the Cincinnati Reds. JJK101, thank you so much for the super chat, the $5 super chat. Says they need to talk to me. I watch the NPB. Well, JJ, send me your contact information in the comments, or you can go to my DMs, No Diddy, on Instagram. That's NEWYRKMIN. Let's link up because I'm looking for some Japanese baseball coverage because God knows I love watching it at 5 o'clock in the morning. I also want to get more engrossed in it, too, because I started watching it last summer, and now if Major League Baseball is going to be on strike next year, I'm going to need to get my baseball fix. So, JJ, NEWYRKMIN on Instagram, hit me up over there, and let's link up so we can cover some Japanese baseball. I would love to hit the Japanese market. Murakami's got 9 and 1 swing left. My dark horse is starting to slow down in the bend. Yo, my man. If it's none other than the hype train dude himself, full Zombo mode, Garns. G, about 13 A's RNZ. It's motherfucking Garns, all right? Day one OG, New York nut, killing it all the time. Much appreciated. By the way, guys, just want to take the time out to say to everybody watching and everybody that always supports, I really, really appreciate it. Means a lot to me. Love doing this show for you guys. Love doing the post-game show. Wouldn't be doing anything else, guys. Now, why can't I? Now, remember, guys, I am still trying to figure out the chat and all that stuff. Just bear with me. I will get better at this. All right. It's time for our boy, Ben Aries, Ben Trice, white, brown, or basmati. It's our boy, Big Ben. Let's go, baby. Let's get fired up. All right, so right now, as you can see on the screen, we got Contreras with 13. Kind of a surprise. Then we got Walker with 13. Caglione left a note on the door from Mommy Leone, said moving out to the country with 8. Then we got Murakami with 9. And now we await none other than our boy, your boy, my boy, the guy I was texting to my friend at 3 a.m. 2 years ago, Ben Rice, big things. Ben Rice, big things. His pregnant wife did not appreciate the text messages at 3 a.m., but you know what? She can rest when Ben Rice is an MVP. That's what I say. Yeah, the strike, guys. Richie Ruggs. By the way, Super Chat gets you comments all the time on the live stream. The strike, who wants what? Gotta be money. It's always money but now it's kind of like a different situation, though. The owners want a salary cap. And what's that going to do to the rest of baseball? What's going to do that to the existing contracts on the books? Like a guy like Juan Soto. Like, if they got a salary cap all of a sudden, like, what's going to happen to his $800 million contract? This is why, like, I know it's very early, but the Players Association lost their spokesperson in Clark. And then now it's kind of like the owners are dragging their feet about the salary cap. And you know that Major League Baseball doesn't want anything. The Players Association doesn't want anything to do with the salary cap because these guys don't like the word cap and money being. And you know what? If you notice, you know how like Brunson took a pay cut for the New York Knicks and everyone celebrates him for that. He's probably not despised. That's a really tough word. But he's probably looked down upon by the rest of the NBA players because he took less money. Now, guys like Juan Soto have said this before. The reason I'm going to take the most money that's offered to me, guys like Kyle Tucker and Juan Soto, is so that the guy next to me gets more money. That's why even Aaron Judge got some grief from the Players Association when he took the pay cut. He could have took $425 million from San Diego, took 4 flat from the Yankees. So he left $25 million on the table, theoretically. And other guys are like, why are you leaving that on the table? Because that's going to cut into my next contract. So it's kind of like a team-oriented thing. And that's why, we always used to say, guys, they're too friendly with each other on the teams now and shit like that. Yeah, because they're all making $1 billion space bucks, and they're all protecting each other. That's why guys don't throw at each other anymore. It's not a matter of that guys are not as tough. It's a matter of they don't want to plunk a guy that's in their players' union that they're going to see during the meetings and also hurting his livelihood on top of it. Joey, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it very much. Joey VZW6Y, I know that's your name, but Joey, I see you supporting all the time. I truly appreciate it, buddy. I see you in the comment section. I see you there every night, and for that, I truly thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Now, the thing is, it's not. Why isn't it not letting me show the super chats? All right, here we go. Ben Rice stepping in. No hat, no helmet. Just a fresh fade. Lefty steps in, first pitch, takes it. Telling his dad, giving him instructions already. He's going, hey, I can't even see it. Can you move the gate over a little bit? Dad comes down, moving the gate, wearing number 22, just like his son. Don't see the resemblance, showing the ball to his son. Pitch. Doesn't swing. Ben loves the hop. Did you ever notice that about him? Swing, not out. It would double down the line. 19 swings left. And remember, if the guy takes the pitch, it doesn't count. It's not a swing. He's got 19 swings left, no home runs. Screamer down the first baseline, still no home runs, 18 swings left. Swing, screamer down the first baseline, no home runs, 17 swings left. Dad gives him a little smirk. Come on, Dad, put a little relish on that hot dog. Pops it to right field. Is it going to go out? Oh, and by the way, dude, these kids are taking their life in their hands with these pop-ups in the outfield. Ben hits one to right field. It's high. It's deep. And he's on the board. One home run, 15 swings left. Let's see if he gets his stroke a little bit. Pitch, swing, takes it. Pitch. I think he just, is that another home run? Home run number 2 for Ben Rice. Right center. You can see he's just getting his range right now. Screamer down the first baseline. 13 swings left, 2 home runs. Fucking swinging out of his heels. I can see it. As a Yankee fan, I don't like watching this. This fucking guy's going to ruin his... All right, that's up in the air. That's back. That's back. Gone with the bomb off the Toyota sign in right field. We got 3 home runs, 12 swings left. Wow. He doesn't look comfortable. He looks nervous. Letting pitches. Come on. Ooh, that's a shot. Deep to right center. He just keeps hitting the ball right there. That's his spot, right center. We've seen it in Yankee Stadium. Yo, Cody's on the live broadcast right now wearing full Oakley sunglasses. He's on about 6,000 milligrams. More power to him. All right, Ben's got 4 home runs, 10 swings left. See, he's line driving it. I'm cool with this. Double down the line again. He'd be 4 for 4 right now if it wasn't a home run derby. The announcer goes, I think he needs a Cam Schlittler massage right now. The fuck's that supposed to mean? What the fuck? Bro. These guys, I swear to God. Ben's only got 4 home runs, 6 swings left. There you go. That's a charge. Deep to right field. Gone. This is when the text messages start rolling in about Ben. Yeah, Junior Camillero, he's a problem. He don't look nervous. Yo, did you just see Camillero on the camera? He doesn't look nervous at all. Ben gets contact with him. Now he's starting to hit a rhythm. Hopefully, he's got 3 swings left. He's got 6 home runs. Now, remember, the 2 leaders are Contreras and the guy from St. Louis with 13. You got the Italian with 9 below him. Ben Rice puts a charge in. Is it going to be fair? Foul ball. 2 swings left, 6 home runs. He's gassed. Literally just said that he's gassed on the broadcast. That's a good one. Home run. Number 7, 1 swing left. It's going to have to go on a 3 home run streak right here to get into the second round. I don't know. We don't know what other guy's going to do. And they changed the rules again, so I have no idea who fucking makes it to the second round. Like last year, they were shooting Kevin Hart out of a fucking cannon. So, Ben Rice finishes with 7. Just get out of that. Yeah, put the bat down and stop thinking about the home run derby. Get out of the tournament. Good. So, let's just talk about Yankee land right now after that. Ben Rice is legitimately exhausted after that home run derby. I wish this guy would have just stayed home. A new rule on the New York Yankees. We just made it up right here on the fly. New rule. The new rule is if you're in the first 3 years of your Yankee contract, you're not going to the All-Star game. I'm sorry. You're still developing. You're not going anywhere. I don't care if your friends are playing outside. You're staying in tonight. And by the way, as my mom used to love to do that line, I don't care if your friends are playing outside. And then she would think of these elaborate scenarios. I don't care if Santa Claus is giving free passes to heaven around. I go, Mom. I'm like 8. I go, Mom, it doesn't work like that. Santa and Christmas are, and going to heaven, two different things, all right? So I would tell Cam Schlittler and Ben Rice, thank God Cam Schlittler actually has a brain, and tell Ben Rice, hey, you're not doing anything. How about that? All right? How about breach of contract? You ever hear that one? Junior Camaniero's coming up next in the home run derby, and I love how they bookend Schwarber and Harper at the end of this thing. But poor performance. But like I said in the beginning of this broadcast, that I don't see Ben Rice as a home run hitter. I see him as a very good hitter. Kind of like Juan Soto can choose what he wants to do, right? And I'm not putting Ben Rice in the same category yet as Juan Soto, even though Juan Soto was singing his praises today. That he's a good hitter. He's not like Cody Bellinger, great hitter, not a home run hitter. Still going to finish with like 28 bombs, but you're not expecting him to have a big home run in a spot. You're expecting him to have a double, and that's exactly what Ben Rice does. You know what, though? He should have better cardio, I see in the comments. That's a good point, but, dude, if you've been in an athletic situation, right, if you've ever wrestled, right, competitively, you get into – there was moments in competition like it almost feels like an out-of-body experience. Your adrenaline is pumping so much, you feel like you're just there for the ride. And that's happened to me a couple times. The moment's gotten so big, and even performing, doing stand-up comedy in front of large crowds, you get that feeling for a moment where it's like, oh, this is happening? It's like, holy shit. It's like an out-of-body experience. Then, not to mention, to compound it, if my old man was with me all day at the stadium, we'd probably be rolling around on the grass. One, we'd probably get into an argument. But two, like, there'd be pressure on him. Like, there's got to be pressure on Dad for throwing these balls with the story and doing every interview on ESPN over and over and over and over all week. Like, that Dad had to have major pressure on him also. And then, like, Ben's like, hey, not only do I want to do well in the home run derby, I want to do well for my dad, who's like 12 feet in front of me. So that's like putting the pressure on big time. Who makes the decisions for these kids? I'd like to be a consigliere to these kids. I mean, I was for Jazz last year, but who I will be running into at Fanatics Fest, by the way. Going to see that. I'm going to be going to Fanatics Fest on Thursday and covering it for Fanatics and New York Minute Sports. And if you're there, say what's up. But I'm going to run into Jazz, and hopefully Michael K's there. Yeah, guys, my broadcast is a little delayed behind yours. I just noticed that. Good thing. 3/4 of the way through it. Yeah, Caballero's killing it right now. These guys from the Dominican Republic don't care if they're in front of 1 billion people or in front of 3 people behind a 7-Eleven hitting baseballs. They don't care, and it looks like pressure doesn't get to these guys. This guy is in his backyard taking practice swings right now. I'll tell you, man, when you come from adversity like a lot of these guys do in the Dominican Republic, this shit is a ball game, like literally a ball game. You know, from the poverty that these guys come from, Central America, from South America. By the time you're given, like, think about Jason Dominguez being from the Dominican Republic and getting $6 million from the New York Yankees, even before he played a play in Major League Baseball. You've just been given more money per capita than the whole country you live in. And if you've ever been to the Dominican Republic, it's one of my favorite places on earth. I've been there a few times. The infrastructure looks like a broken cinder block. So these guys know struggle and strife as soon as they pop out, and that's why pressure doesn't get to these guys. Look at what this guy's doing right now. It's unbelievable. Also, to do a Yankee tie-in, is El Duque. And the way that El Duque came to the United States when the Yankees signed him, Cuban defector, and he was brought in a cigarette boat from Cuba to an island halfway between Miami and Cuba. He was on a deserted island for 3 days. He didn't know if the person on the cigarette boat just took his money and didn't tell anybody. But then after 3 days, boat picks him up, drives to Miami. He gets flown to Yankee Stadium, and within 6 hours of him being on that deserted island, he has a Yankee uniform on, and he's a New York Yankee starting pitcher and makes more money than he's ever seen in his life. Also, one of the most postseason clutch performers for New York Yankees in their history. Caballero's up to 12 home runs. And the broadcast just skipped out for me.